Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo! Welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with y'all things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, I love my Panthers. I really do. I love my Panthers a lot. I'm a huge Panthers fan, man. It can brighten my day or ruin my day. And obviously you can tell I'm talking about the Panthers because I got the Panthers jersey on. But this latest move pissed me off, man. It pissed me off to the extreme. It subsequently ruined my day that the Panthers did this move. I'm going to get more into it. Now let's get started. Now the Carolina Panthers are set to sign Searcy from the Titans. The Titans cut him to a 2-year deal. The specs or whatever, or what the contract actually has not been released yet. I don't think they're still hammering out the details as far as the deal goes. But the Panthers signing him pissed me off. You want to know why it pissed me off? Because I don't understand what the Panthers' obsession with 29, 30-year-old dudes is. I don't get it. I will never understand it. The Carolina Panthers have Mike Adams, who's like 37 years old. And now they're signing Searcy, who's 29, almost 30 years old. We had an opportunity to sign a young safety that could be a staple in our franchise for years to come, and we won't have to worry about the safety position for at least 5 or 6 years. Maybe longer than that. But we don't do that. You know why? We get older safeties that play for 2 years, 3 years, and they become trash because they're getting older, and then we cut them and we get another safety. It has been a revolving door as far as our secondary has gone. Safety has been in and out, in and out, in and out. Over and over again. Mike Mitchell, Kurt Coleman, Mike Adams, and our Searcy. We had a crap load of safeties. We never had a stable safety for years now. This is appalling, man. This is so upsetting. Like, why don't they understand that our front seven is dominant, but you need a dominant secondary? The year we went to the Super Bowl, our secondary was like, I think, led the league in picks, or was at least, I think it was like #1 or #2 in picks that year. Our secondary was dominant. Josh Norman had 4 picks. Kurt Coleman, I think, had 8 that year. Luke Kuechly had like 2 pick sixes. Our team was dominant in the secondary. And obviously Luke Kuechly's not a secondary player, but if you want to count Kurt Coleman and Josh Norman alone, that's like 12 picks right there. We were dominant as far as interceptions, man. If you look at the last team that won the Super Bowl, the Denver Broncos, good secondary. Chris Harris and Keith Talib. The Seahawks, Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, and I think at that time they had I think they either had Jeremy Lane or Brandon Browner. I'm not sure who the other corner was. I don't remember. But they had dominant secondaries, man. Also with a dominant front. It works in unison, man. You have to have both sides of the defense to be a dominant defense, man. The year we had a lot of picks, we go to the Super Bowl. But instead of getting dominant safeties, we get old guys now. That's what we do. It is upsetting that the Panthers are just, I mean, look at our division, man. We have some of the best. Our division has probably the best quarterback division in the league. Besides, it's between us and the NFC North. But we got Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, Cam Newton, and Jameis Winston all in our division. We got dominant receivers, left and right. Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, Mike Evans. And the one position we treat like it doesn't even matter is the secondary. Josh Norman has a great year, we let him go. Like, we don't know how to grow a secondary, man. I can't remember the last time we used a high draft pick on a secondary player. Because I remember Star Tule being the #1 pick in 1 year. I remember Brandon Butler being the #1 pick in another year. I remember Shaq Thompson being the #1 pick. That's front seven, front seven, front seven. But we don't never draft secondary players. And if we do, we get James Bradbury and Darryl Worley in the second and third round. Instead of drafting a dominant number one receiver, no corner, that we can build around. Instead of drafting a dominant safety that we could build around. Look at the Seahawks. They got Earl Thomas and he's just been stable in their franchise for years. I don't understand the Panthers, man. They're mind-boggling. I've been saying this for a while, so I've been pretty consistent. Like the guy in my comment section said, man, screw politics and get Eric Reid. Eric Reid is 3 years younger than the Norris Searcy. He had a better career, let's be honest. He has more interceptions than he does. He's just a better overall player. He's taller than him. He's a better player. But because of him kneeling, we decided to get this Norris Searcy guy, and we're going to get demolished in the secondary like we have in the last few years. Do you guys forget that Julio Jones had 300 yards on us? 300 yards, and we still don't get secondary help. You know what we do? We cut Ben Mercury. We cut him. We say, hey, it's his fault. And we go back doing the same thing we constantly was doing. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Eric Reid would have been a staple in our franchise for years. Would have been as dominant. He would have been so dominant. With our front seven, it would have been crazy how dominant he was. But no, we don't want to do that. I even said get Kenny Vaccaro. I think he'll be better. And he was younger than Norris Searcy. We don't go after him. We don't go after Morgan Burnett. We don't go after anybody. We don't mind spending money on Dontari Poe. We don't mind spending $5 million on Torrey Smith. We don't mind spending all this money in places. But the secondary, we still haven't got another corner, even though we traded Darryl Worley. Once the Bashard Breeland thing fell through, it looked like they just gave up on corner. We could have got a dominant safety in Eric Reid. We get the Norris Searcy. We just don't know what we're doing, man. And Marty Herney, I've been skeptical of you from the very beginning. But I was giving you a props. I was like, hey, you know, the Torrey Smith thing, I didn't think was a bad deal. The Jarvis Wright thing, I was like, all right, you know, I don't think he's that great of a player, but I was all right, I understand, we don't got that much money. Cool. The Dontari Poe, I said, okay, even though we got a D tackle who drafted in the first round, well, I'm fine with assigning Dontari Poe. I think he'll be better than Star Lutz. Julius Pepper resigning, cool, I'm down with that. You know, I like Pep. But I'm like, okay, we need to work on our secondary. Like, for the last few videos, I've been like, secondary help, secondary help, secondary help. Because I know who's in our division. Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, Jameis Winston. And you know who you decided to get? Norris Searcy? That is a spit in the face of all Panthers fans, man. That's what it is. We have we had an opportunity. We have an opportunity. We still have a dominant young quarterback. You know how many teams want a dominant young quarterback? A lot. And we have one. We have a quarterback that won an MVP. We got a quarterback who took us to Super Bowl. And why did we lose the Super Bowl? Because we didn't have receivers. That's why we lost the Super Bowl. Because Chris Harris Jr. and Aqib Talib was shutting down Ted Ginn and Philly Brown or whoever it was. And that year we went to the Super Bowl, we had dominant secondary. We gave Cam Newton a short field. We got turnovers left and right. That's when Thieves Alley was created. And we see that blueprint that we used the last time, we just choose not to replicate it. Makes no sense to me. And I'm going to watch, hopefully Eric Reid gets signed, because from what it's looking like, it looks like nobody's going to mess with him. And I think that's a travesty. This man is a good football player. But I was hoping the Panthers would be gutsy enough and have the conviction enough to sign a good player and not some bum off the streets, man. I guarantee you, in 3 years, 3 to 4 years, Searcy's not going to be on our team anymore. You know why? Because he's older. He's going to start slowing down. I mean, this is the guy who lost his job to Jonathan Cyprian and that guy Byard or whatever name. I think his name is Keith Byard from Tennessee. Here's a 4th round pick. And this is who we spend money on. This is who we working out deals with. Instead of Eric Reid, who was a 1st round pick, who could be a staple in our franchise. No, that's not who we want. This is appalling, man. I'm very upset. The Panthers need to get it together. They need to get it together, man. I can tell their philosophy is secondary and receivers doesn't matter. I can tell. Because you can see who they spend all their money and draft picks on. It's the front 7, the line, quarterback. They don't care, and running back, obviously. They don't care about receivers, and they don't care about secondary. And to have a good defense, you need front and back. The dominant defenses have front and back. Look at the Jaguars. Front and back. You need a full team. You can't cheat the system, man. You can't cheat the system. And I love Ron Rivera as a coach. I think he's a great coach. But we need secondary help, man. And this is not it. This is not it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the Norris Searcy is going to be horrible. I'm not saying he might be good the first year. Maybe the first 2 years. But just like we seen with Kurt Coleman, who was very good his first year he was there. Like 3 years later, we cut him. Because his play started declining. Because he was older. Now mind you, he wasn't as old as Searcy was. I think he was like 26, 27 when he got to our team. But Eric Reid would have been a great asset. And would have made a statement. That we want to win. And we don't care about the politics or how the PR is going to be spinning and how the media is going to spin it. But you know what we do? We do the same thing everybody else does. We don't want to touch them because the PR on it. I thought football was about winning football games. That's what I thought it was. This move, I'm telling you, it's going to be horrible. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a horrible situation. Because my thing is this, man. Alright? You need secondary help. We cannot let Julio Jones and Mike Evans and Michael Thomas demolish us like they did the last few times. They demolished us. Like, y'all don't remember, like, you realize Drew Brees put up 30 points 3 times when they played us? You know why? Not because our front 7 was bad. Because he threw the ball on us. Like, it's like we don't get it, man. We just don't get it. And then obviously, why we lost to the Saints the last time is because our receivers dropped passes. And we don't get that either. Like, I see so many teams, man, put receivers around their quarterback and build their secondary up. And we're like the only team that doesn't do that. And we're in a division that the receivers and the quarterback are basically the staple in the division. And we don't care about secondary. We had Josh Norman. Julio Jones didn't do whatever he wanted. And Josh Norman wasn't like a great quarterback. He's not going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback or cornerback or whatever. But he was good for our system. He was very good at, man coverage and, in spots, whatever. He was very good at picking the ball off too. And we got lucky with him. Like, he wasn't like expected to beat us, man. We got lucky with him, all right? I just don't get what we're doing, man. I was trying to be, as patient, and I was like, I understand, we don't have that much money. I understood that. I was being very, understanding. But this right here, I can't agree with, man. I can't agree that we have a safety out there who can be great in our, like, imagine Eric Reid with Luke Kuechly, man. It would be crazy. Even if you got Kenny Vaccaro, I would have been less upset. But Searcy, the guy who lost his job, the 4th round pick that we, like, come on, man. The Panthers subsequently ruined my day, man. Because this move, I don't understand it. I tried, I wrapped my head around it. I just don't get it. I don't understand what the Panthers are thinking. I'm hoping this deal falls through. I'm hoping he don't pass his physical too or something. And they pick up Eric Reid. Be smart, man. Win games, man. Like, I don't want to be one of those teams that are in the middle of the pack forever. That we're too good to get a high draft pick, and we're too sorry to not win a Super Bowl. That to me is purgatory. That's football purgatory. You know what was like that? The Dallas Cowboys at one point. You know what was like that? The Dolphins at one point. Just 8-8, 8-8. In the middle of the pack. They were 8-8, 9-7. Just always in the middle. Never great, never horrible. I don't want to be that team. Because you never get to, unless you trade whatever, which a lot of those guys don't feel like trading because they feel like they're right there. They're right there. But unless you trade some people, you're never going to get a great player. You're never going to get a dominant player out of college, and you're going to be in the middle of the pack for years. I think Ron Rivera is a good coach. I don't want him to get fired. I think he's a good coach. I just wish we didn't get Marty Herney. And I've been saying this. I've been trying to give him, a shot. And some of the moves, I don't think they were great, but I understood. I was like, okay, I understand. You're not in the best situation, but I cannot support this move. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share all cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, get in the comment section, man. How do you feel about the Norris Searcy signing? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Because I hate it. I don't like it at all. Not even a shred. Get in the comment section, man. How do you feel about this revolving door we had at secondary, in our secondary or at our safety position? How do you feel about that? And how do you feel about, the receivers that we have? Because I know a lot of you guys don't like them, and I was trying to be judicious, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to be, understanding, because I didn't want to, obviously, I was just trying to be understanding, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be, coming down too hard on Marty Herney. But I didn't think the move was that bad. But this safety position move, I can't agree with it, man. I just can't. So get in the comment section, man. Let me guys know what you think. Share this with all your Panther fans and friends, you know what I'm saying? Share this to the rest of Panther Nation, you know what I'm saying? And I'll see y'all next time. Hold up. I guess I can't see you guys next time. Because while I was doing my video, some breaking news happened. The Panthers just signed a quarterback named Ross Cockrell and Jeremy Sirles, whatever. Now, y'all already know how I feel about Jeremiah Sirles, whatever, because I've had a video talking about why would we sign a guard that's cool with Matt Khalil when Matt Khalil is obviously the worst offensive lineman we have on our team right now. I don't understand that. But, I could suck that up because we lost Andrew Doyle, even though I think Taylor Moton will be a perfect slot. I don't think we need another guard, but, hey, whatever. You sign him, cool, whatever. But this Ross Cockrell kid, who is this guy? I guess he played for the Giants last year, but I don't remember him at all. This guy, the only good thing I've seen about this guy is that he's 6 foot tall, so he's a taller corner, and he had 3 picks last year. But this guy, I don't know who this guy is, man. So we traded Darryl Worley for this guy. If we would have got Bashard Breeland, I would have accepted it. And I've been saying go at the EJ Gaines for the longest. But we don't, you know what's going to happen? Our secondary is going to be torched next year. They're going to torch our secondary. It's going to be bad. It's going to be horrible. Because these guys, these are not guys. Denard Searcy lost his job to Jonathan Cyprian and Bayard. And now we got a dude named Ross Cockrell that I never heard of. I don't know what round he got drafted in. I don't remember him at all. This is going to be horrible, man. I would rather Darryl Worley than this guy. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is a diamond in the rough, but I doubt it. I'm just being honest. I'm going to see y'all next time, man. Hopefully, in the short time that we don't talk, they won't make any more stupid moves. So I'll see you guys next time.